I'd like to welcome everyone and all of you to the Friedman version of Saturday Night Live. This is our parents' 50th anniversary, and it's as marvelous an evening for us as it is for them. It's a rare opportunity that anyone has to be able to help celebrate the 50th anniversary with their parents. And my personal feeling is that this is one of the happiest days of my whole life to be able to be here with everyone tonight. Over the past few months, Mark and I have contacted a number of our parents' friends and relatives and put them on tape, and this is what's going to follow. And we certainly hope you all will enjoy it.
Dear Rose and Max are Machotan, M-A-C-H-O-T-A-N. I hope that I spelt it right. M is for Max, a real swell guy. C is for cakes that Rose made to make me fat. H is for happy times that we enjoy together. O is for, oh, what the heck, it was fun. T, tense moments waiting for the kids to be born. E is for every good time that we had. N is for nachas, which is more of the same. And I hope we can continue for the next 50 years the same.
Dear Max and Rose, it is with pleasure that Rose and I are able to help you celebrate your 50th wedding anniversary. We four have started our own dynasty. Kay and Howard will be celebrating their 25th wedding anniversary this June. They have given us our dividends in Beth, David, and Ricky. May we be around for your 60th wedding anniversary so we may go to Las Vegas together and have a good time like we had previously and spend many, many evenings together.
Dear Max and Rose, 10 years ago was one of the many milestones in your life. I, with my family, celebrated with you the marriage of Mark and Toby. It was a glorious time. Now, 10 years later, is another milestone. Here with your family and friends, we celebrate with you the beautiful event in your life, a 50th wedding anniversary. Half a century. What history has been written in that period of time? May you both be blessed with health and happiness for many years together. With love and gesund. Esther.
From the standpoint of some of the discussions that I had with Uncle Max, I can remember one day when I was discussing the world situation with Uncle Max, and he looked at me and he said, and Uncle Max was known for his comments when it came to things like that. You could talk to Uncle Max about, I remember when I started to date you. We came over to the house for dinner one night. We ate for a short period of time, like 2.5 days. Aunt Rose had her normal meal out. And at the end of dinner, Aunt Rose said to Uncle Max, Max, what do you think of Marlene? And Uncle Max looked up and he said, but he was good at those things.
When we first met, Aunt Rose invited us over for dinner. And I don't think I've ever seen so much food on a table. She kept asking us if we had had enough to eat. What else can I say? Help me.
Marlene, since when have you ever needed help in talking?
It was a wonderful dinner. That's all I can remember.
The shrimps were a little bit far-foiled.
I'd like this time to wish Aunt Rose and Uncle Max a very happy 50th wedding anniversary, and many, many more.
Who's Aunt Rose and Uncle Max?
Anniversary, Uncle Max and Aunt Rose. We just want to tell you that we're both very, very pleased to be with you on your 50th, and our hopes are for your continued health, prosperity, and whatever else goes with it for another 25, 30 years. We only hope that your next anniversary will be in the summertime. Right now we're recording this on one of the coldest nights of the year. Hopefully, when we're with you to watch this, it'll warm up a little bit. At any rate, I just wanted to mention a couple of things. Inasmuch as Nancy and I are obviously two of the youngest people here tonight, I can't look back over the past 50 years and say what a wonderful time it's been for me to have seen you two grow up over 50 years of marriage. But I can look back over, say 20, 25 years, and a couple of things that come to my mind are I can recall several holidays that we used to spend together, my family and yours, and I think as far back as I can remember is one holiday when it seems to me the name of the restaurant we all were at was, I think it's called Barney's Steakhouse on Madison Street. I don't even know if it still exists. They used to have a saying, "Yes, sir, Senator." And I can remember my parents forcing me to leave the television set, if there was television in those years. I believe there was. And join Aunt Rose and Uncle Max and Howard, I think you may have been married at that time. You're quite a bit older than all of us. But I can remember going there to join you all and having them force me to eat the meal before I could get to the cheesecake. After that, I can recall many, many holidays that we spent either at your house or at our house. And most of the time that you came to our house, I had to babysit for Mark because he was always causing problems. In the past several years since Nancy and I have been married, we haven't seen that much of you, but we do treasure the few times that we do get to see you, and we always enjoy being with you and enjoy the fact that you're continuing to enjoy being with each other, and it's just a good feeling to see people after so many years of marriage, particularly since now so much of our generation has their problems and even getting to 10 or 12 years. And for two people to make it to 50 years and with the glowing look that you can always see in the two of your eyes, it's a pleasure to see. We wish that this evening continues to be a pleasant one, and the many years to come continue to be, as I mentioned before, good health for both of you and much happiness. Hopefully we'll be able to visit you someday when you move to San Diego or or some warm climate where I know you'll wind up. But at any rate, right now, a very, very happy 50th and many more to come.
This is my favorite question. I just want to wish you the very same warm feelings that Michael said earlier. Having just celebrated anniversary ourselves, we hope that we can be as happy as you two are at our 50th as we see that you have radiated over all these years. I do have one small thing I'd like to say, Aunt Rose, that I remember very vividly many, many years ago. We had spoken to you on the phone, and you had said you weren't feeling well, you had a bad cold, and it was during the winter time. And I said, gee, that's too bad. I guess you haven't been able to get out too much. And you said, well, you did get to the beauty shop downtown. And I'll tell you, that one incident has always remained in my mind, that your get up and go has always been the very best I've ever known, and I hope that I can do the same things that you've done when my age creeps up on me, and that I will have the strength and the humor and the wonderful warm feelings that you convey to us over the years. And again, our very, very best wishes to both of you.
We are just delighted to be able to say these few words. To Aunt Rose and Uncle Max at this time. It's true, it is 3 o'clock in the morning, and we're not at our best. Not quite sure why Mark is only creative at 3 o'clock in the morning, but we're delighted to be here. And it's really... We're really delighted to be able to participate with our whole family.
Yes, I do. I feel flattered to be invited to this occasion. It seems like such a very long time to be married, 50 years.
Thanks a lot, honey.
And I think it's wonderful that two people can reach that time in their life together more than anything else at this point. And I love you both very much. I only have good thoughts, and probably one thought in my mind that I will never forget is when you both made Shelley and I our 50th wedding anniversary brunch at your home and surprised us with a beautiful gift. And it was something that has always been close to me and very dear, and when I think about it, I think about you with very good thoughts. And there isn't really much more to say except that I wish you both many more years of very, very happy, healthy anniversaries.
I can't add one more word to such a beautiful sentiment. That was very nice, Dick. Is it our...
When she used to come over, it was such a treat. She made me feel like such a lady. She came in always dressed up with lipstick and high-heeled shoes. And I don't know, she was just a real nice, pleasant lady. She was our Aunt Rose. And we all loved her, and she was just ideal. She'd come to the country and bring Howard when he was a baby. And it was wonderful having her around. It really was. And I wish them 50 more years. What else can you wish them? They should be healthy and happy and have nachas from everybody.
And I'm sure they had good times and they had bad times and they had ecstatic times, but they continue to do it. And instead of today's generation where they have serial marriages, or they have no marriage whatsoever, or they break up and have 4 or 5 husbands, one after the other, and wives. And these people are to be congratulated beyond words because they made it work. And they are a shining example that that's still the way things should be.
That's enough.
I don't think enough people try hard enough.
No.
It seems like yesterday that I first met you, Auntie Rose and Uncle Max. And actually, it's 34 years this month that Al said to me, we're going to meet my Auntie Rose and Uncle Max. We took the California Avenue streetcar. We got off on Bernard Street, and we walked to your house. When we walked up the stairs and walked in your house, I felt that I had known you and Uncle Max forever. You really became my Auntie Rose and Uncle Max. We wish you many, many more happy and healthy anniversaries together.
Okay. Since I am the oldest nephew, and I was there at the inception of this marriage, it gives me the greatest pleasure and happiness to be at your 50th wedding anniversary. This pillow is the pillow that was used when you were married and I was the ring bearer. I hope when you play this back that it will give you as much joy as it's giving me joy today to be able to say to you, much nachas and much happiness in many, many years to come.
Okay. I'm going to go first because I'm the most vocal. A few days ago, we were looking through an old album with some old pictures, and there we were at our country home in Paradise Villa, if you remember, and you were there with Howard. I don't know if Mark was around at that time or not, but we were all there on the beach in Union Pier, which was very nice and was nice to remember, and the pictures bring back lots of great memories. And so I hope this film will too. We wish you many, many happy anniversaries and hope that we can all celebrate together.
Well, I really have a claim to the family too, because my name is Friedman. And actually, we've always been mistaken for each other. All the uncles, Uncle Max, Uncle Jack have always been thought to be my uncles, really. So I'm really a part of the family. But I always remember Uncle Max, Aunt Rose as being very gracious, very quiet, always been exceedingly kind. And I really have very good feelings and hope that they really have a wonderful, wonderful anniversary and many years to come. We also claim to Union Pier, because we lived in the poor part of this town.
You don't have to set that in. You just don't have to.
We only rented from somebody. We didn't even have our own cottage.
We didn't know.
But seriously, I think that this is a fantastically beautiful affair, and both of us wish our aunt and uncle the very best of health and happiness for many, many years to come.
The happiest time that I remember was in Union Pier when we used to get together every Sunday on the beach. I don't remember whether Mark was there yet or not. I don't think so. I think it's before his time. But it was wonderful with the whole family together. And I hope you have many years, both of you, of good health and happiness with your children and your grandchildren.
Okay. All right. I remember the time when Rose came over, always self-conscious about someone's bras. And she said, "Oh, your bra's just beautiful on you." And I said, "Well, come over and feel it, see what it's like." And she did. She got the surprise of her life. I didn't have one on. She laughed so hard. I said, that's how much she knew about bras.
She must have been a young girl then.
I was too. Not quite.
Well, how is it now about this bra business?
Now we don't care anymore. We don't talk about it.
And thinking back all these years that we've known each other, I can't help but remember the time when we had our famous poker club, which consisted of a number of residents of the neighborhood, all nice people, of course. And we formed a poker club, and we used to play at each other's homes one night a week. And this club lasted for about 20 years. In fact, we were youngsters when we started, and we became almost oldsters when it broke up. The outstanding feature about this poker club was that we played for very high stakes. We weren't so affluent, but we risked it. Our stakes ran all the way from 1 cent to 2 cents to 3 cents a bet. And when we got real reckless, we bet a nickel. We'd play in the evening from about 8:30 or 9 o'clock to 11 or 11:30. And during that time, it was a real hot game. And if you were lucky, you could win up to $3. And if you were unlucky, you could lose up to $3. But that club is really something that was very memorable. It's very memorable to me, and I think it is to the others who are still around. It's too bad that it had to break up because it became a sort of a family affair. And we all looked forward to that night because after we got through playing cards, we were always treated to some goodies. That was the height of the evening. Now, I would like to finish my discourse by wishing Max and Rose a very happy, happy 50th anniversary. It's a milestone in their lives which I know they will never forget, and it's one that we won't forget, and I wish them nothing but the best.
Ditto for me. I wish them the same, and I'm sure they'll enjoy it as much as we did ours. They'll be there with their loved ones. Matter of fact,
50 years. Wow. Enough is enough. Max, I remember an incident years ago, many years ago, when you were negotiating a loan or a mortgage on a business or an apartment, and the bank sent me a notice, a verification of your credits. I looked at it and I felt that I was going to answer them, so I answered them. And without putting anything else down, I wrote them saying that if you don't give my brother-in-law Max a loan, he'll buy the bank. You know, I never heard from them. Rose, the incident I remember about you is one day you were at the store visiting me at the register, at the front counter, when a woman walks in very excited, and she's fluttering around, and she wants some flax soap, some cleaning fluid. And she's got to get it in a hurry, and she's waving her arms and everything else. And I give her the flax soap, and my sister looks at her, and my sister has a way of complimenting everybody. And she looks at her, she says, "My," she says, "that's a pretty dress you have on." So I says, "What kind of pretty dress?" She says, she says, "I was in a hurry. I was in a hurry. And I had to run to the store, so I asked my Schwarzer to loan me her dress. So she loaned me her dress, I threw it on me, and this is it." So that's one of the many incidents about Rose. So that's it, Max and Rose. Happy and many more anniversaries.
Hello, Rose and Max. I want to wish you many more happy, healthy anniversaries, and I hope we can celebrate many, many more. I do remember we had a wonderful time at my honeymoon. Remember when you joined us and we spent 3 or 4 days together? It was very memorable. I'll never forget it.
Well, Mom and Dad, here we are 24 and a half years later. And I really want to thank you for the 1,001 times you probably wanted to interfere in our lives and never once did. And I think that's the most fantastic thing I can say about a pair of in-laws. You've been wonderful to us. Thank you very much, and we both love you. I'm done.
Well, I just want to tell you how happy I am that I can share your 50th wedding anniversary with you, and that it's nice that the whole family can be together for this occasion, and I hope that you can spend many more years together, and that I love you, and it's very nice, and it's nice that it happens in our own family, an occasion like this, and many more years in the future.
And as much as you always say to me how much it is a pleasure for you that I'm your grandson, I don't often say how much of a pleasure it is that you're my grandparents, and how much I also enjoy seeing you and being with you and prodding around in your house looking for things from our family's past, and just enjoying being with the family every now and then. And I wish you many more anniversaries to come.